All right, hello everybody. Welcome to VR Master League here on Channel 1. I'm Palidore, being joined by Athena Storm. And we are here with two matches in a row for you, starting off with Curve versus Fireballs, followed by Typhon and the Arena Wolves in the Master Division. This match here, a mishmash of Diamond and Platinum. You can see there in the rankings. Shout out to Spark, Ignite, and Franz for getting those all up and running for us too, so you got the records and things. And yeah, Athena, welcome to VRML 1 here again, and how's it going?
Fantastic. I'm so excited to be here. Really looking forward to these two games. So
yeah, these two teams, I've casted Fireballs once already, and plenty last season as well. Mentioned them as one of those up-and-coming teams, in terms of dark horse teams, I should say, up that ladder that they really impressed in Diamond last season. They're making some big moves, in the qualifier cups just a couple weeks ago, right before the season 5 started. Same kind of thing. It's just that this is a team that has impressed me before, and I'm sure will do so again. Coming up against Curved, who have also been impressive in their own right here, as you can see with their 5-1 record. So there's definitely going to be a tough task for Fireballs against this almost spotless team.
It is. And so how do we wind up with a Diamond versus Platinum match?
Well, it's still early in the
luck of the draw?
season, and you're going to get kind of the mixed rank matches at times in terms of if they're close enough in rank. Even if they're separate divisions, you're going to get those type of matchups. And again, still early in the season too. It's going to be a case if one team's performing particularly well, they're going to get some higher matchups as well. And Fireballs have been one of those teams. That said, we're going to go to round 1 now. It's about to start. So welcome everyone in the chat. And here we go. And Flair, you you told me, buddy. Here we go, round 1.
Oh, goodness. All right, and that's going to give the joust to Curved. But they lose possession pretty quick. Wow, fast movement here today. And it's going to bounce around the midfield. But Curved is going to be able to pick it up and send it not quite out of the midfield.
And it'll bounce into the wedge where it's picked up by that stack. Jungle Scott, love that name, over to Essex. Trying to hit a pass up, maybe a bounce recovery indeed. There it is. One more to the backboard and trying to go up above, but gets knocked out with a stun as VR Zeta sends the clear that just bounces right back into possession of Curved here.
It did curve, and that was a very nice pass up to Shepard, who is going to go for the goal. Oh, and it was a save and then a goal. Oh, those hurt.
They do. I mean, these goalkeepers in EU can definitely pick off these saves left and right with the best of them, but anytime you see it get undone by something like that, well, kind of a pain in the neck for a goalkeeper, certainly just undoes the otherwise good feels that you had.
It does, and that's two points on the board here, just a minute into the first round, and is a player hanging out in the tube back there. Hey.
Hanging out and then zooming by. Hello. So, some extra speed here will get him a 2. Interesting happenings, I suppose. Tied up, though, based off of that joust, I guess I'll call it.
And that's going to give Joust advantage back over to Curved. And I haven't seen yet who they're using as their quarterback, so we shall find out in just a second. Here we go, and that's going to be...
We'll be on the stack here, Jungle Scott and Phantom Fraction. Some good dribble moves up the floor. That said, it does get picked off by the Orange Squad, and then 4 players trying to get back in the bubble here defensively. Some of them getting stuck. This is going to turn into a 2-on-2, make it a 1-on-1 maybe. A rebounded play, and Shepard in the goal was knocked out, enabled Hyper to get the score.
That was a nice play, and persistence definitely paid there because it did bounce off the ring as the way it appeared on my side. So nicely done.
And, oh yeah, chat reminding me to the predictions. I can get that for you really quick since it is still early.
Sooty Sue, I am Athena Storm. I'm not Psychaotic. She's going to be here this evening, but yeah. Hello.
2 minutes on the clock on the prediction polls, and yeah, we've got a lot of new casters here for VRML this season. Not all necessarily new to casting itself, as we do have Scott's. Oh, great, Scott. That was a great shot.
Did you say great, Scott? That was a great shot.
I did.
Okay, I was just making sure. I thought I heard that. That's going to tie us up 3 minutes here into round 1. This is the best 2 of 3. And these are Diamond 2 versus Platinum 2. Fireballs versus the Curve. That's going to be Hyper sending it across the arena. Nice pass. Sends it back to Hyper. Wow, nice passing here. A little bit. Nice, very nice play. And that's going to go to Pyro. Pyro is looking around for the pass. Again, going to find it at VR. Is it Zeta? VR Zeta?
Ooh,
and that's going to be another goal by Hyper. That was beautiful disc movement there on that play. That gives him a 2-point game.
Hyper looking very, very limber there with a fierce. Just look at that spin around the post there to juke out the defenders. Put a lot of speed on that. Almost took the arm out of the socket, I feel like. But hey, it'll get them to score, and that's the point here, as they are up by 2 of them, in fact, 6-4.
Oh, nice stacking by both teams. They are staying very well partnered up. Quick triple stack there by Curve, but it's going to send back down to the midfield. Orange picks it up again. Hyper moving towards the disc. Sends it across. Oh, what a grab by Shepard to send that back out of the goal area. My words are not coming easy today, Palidore.
Neither has possession of this disc, though, it seems, because there's a lot of quick exchanges, rapid fire between these two teams, and into that left tunnel. That trap cleared out. There's the stacks blazing by, maybe too fast, in fact, as they won't be able to get the first grab. Another swing around that post, and makes the most out of it. It's Essex.
That's going to tie us up right here in round one. Tons of time, 5.5 minutes. This is a very well-balanced game, and, I expected to be a little bit different being Diamond and Platinum, but I guess, like you said, ranks still are pretty close together, so that makes this a very well-balanced and fun match.
Trust the system, Athena. Trust the system. Every season, by the time we get to week 3, usually matches are pretty good, whatever the ranks happen to be. Definitely every season it's been a kind of a consistent thing. Week 1 and 2 can be sometimes a crapshoot if you have a lot of new teams, but in terms of like the upper divisions, it gets really competitive here as Zeta has a save from Essex, and that was a very good grab right at the bottom pocket too. Not the easiest one to save, and even another grab here coming in to maybe set up a 3-point play. There's the dribble, there's the finish, right in time, 9-6.
Wow, that was a lovely play by Curved, and that was a fantastic goal by Jungle Scott. D. Jungle Scott. I love these names. Oh my goodness, they're so fun. Joust advantage going back over to the Fireballs.
I kind of wonder if there's any relation to Drunkle Ted. I don't know if anyone ever watched G4 TV back in the day before its revival recently, but either way, I like the name Scott, Drunkle Scott, or Junkle Scott, sorry, and it will be taken here in the mid lane. Looks like in the tunnel, Scott by Zeta.
I love the play that the Fireballs are doing there. They're crossing from tunnel to tunnel and then down. It's a very nice passing play, and I don't know if the Curved has picked up on it yet, but they're doing it pretty consistently, which is fantastic. It's working, so.
And that dive out the goal was pretty nice from the blue squad here. The Curved players looking to continue their hot streak, 5-1 on the record. Maybe, though, breaking the goal. It's VR Zeta. What a lovely hit there from 3, and throws the arms up in celebration.
That was beautiful. 32 meters, and that gives us a tie. Gosh, will we get an overtime, Palidore?
I never know, but I would not doubt it, because we get overtimes or near overtimes a lot. I mean, a lot of my games yesterday, in the first couple of weeks, really, were just like that. Oh, what a save coming in, but it's a snag into the goal. Save the 3, and I think consolation points on that note.
That is true. I had not thought of it that way, but yes, that was. I thought he had it. It was in his hand, and he had it. He totally had it. So that was unfortunate for them, but great for Curved, and that's going to give Joust to GB, sends it down across to tunnel, back across to the, GB picks it back up, and is going to send it down to Pyro. Pyro passes it back to GB. GB is looking for the pass option, and it is there with Pyro. Nice shielding there by Pyro, but it still gets stunned out, lose possession.
And Hyper taking possession right back before a quick crossover to the bow tie on the reset. They have a pass left lane. They have a pass right lane. They're going to go right for the goal. Just in time here. 2 minutes left to tie it at 11 apiece.
Has anybody gotten ahead more than 1 goal yet in the game?
I don't think so. Yeah, it's been a rapid-fire exchange between these teams.
11-11, 2 minutes left.
And answer chat in there, Joust cams, that's only certain casters, which is to say not me, and that's certainly a certain 3 from Shepard!
Wow. Alright, 11-14, 1 goal. They need a 3-pointer here to keep this balanced. I love the give and take in this game. This is a fantastic game for give and take. And that's going to be GB.
Both high scoring, and on top of being high scoring, close. It's a mishmash of unusual things. Sometimes you get one or the other, but not both. Just goal for goal the entire way in a double-digit game. As a takeaway here from up top, Jungle Scott trying to send it over crossways on a fadeaway pass to Phantom. Phantom, talk about fading. Well, they're going to be hitting and making. It's Essex again. And
there is the lead that we've been waiting for. Somebody had to do it. It had to be done. So they pulled ahead. It's still doable. 56 seconds left on the clock. 2 goals, though. It's been so well balanced. I don't know that they will get it, but I'm hoping.
Yeah, they're going to need a pretty quick score here. The joust's actually a little bit delayed, but they got there eventually. Down the line for maybe an interception instead. Back at them again, and another one. Just a rapid-fire series of turnovers now turning into midfield madness as it's dislodged a few different times. And again, some steals and some interceptions. Left and right, it is madness here. They could have had an open 3 potentially, but the time is ticking here, Theta, and with a quick clear, yeah, this is going to do it for this round, but it was close most of the way.
It was. That was a fantastically fun match. I love balanced games, and they're still trying. They're still trying to get one in. Will they do it? Oh, what a save by Shepard, 23, right there as the clock ticks down.
And maybe one more shot attempt at the very least, but won't affect the results here. Great first round for Curved, able to pull away with a couple timely shots there in the last minute and a half, 2 minutes or so, to show why they have been nearly spotless on the record and been doing very well for themselves in Season 5 these first few weeks.
Wow, this is shaping up to be quite the season for them. That's a very nice record so far, 5-1. Fireballs are hanging in there with a 2-2. So, maybe they've all been close. I didn't get a chance to look in detail at their games, but Sea Shocker, I agree with you. That was chaotic. That was very chaotic indeed.
Yeah, and again, you look at rank-wise here, 16 for Curved, 14 for Fireballs. Again, coming from the higher division in Diamond, but Curved on the rise in Platinum. And as I said, one team gets hot, as they have been 5-1. They're going to start getting tougher matches. And here they are with a, on paper, tougher match, rank-wise, tougher match. But they are, for Curve, they are absolutely showing up and showing out exactly why they do belong there.
Now, Palidore, I heard a rumor this week, and maybe you can put it to bed for me. Someone said that each week you're given, as we know, you're given 2 matches. And they usually give you one they think you'll win and one they'll think you won't win. Is that true, or is that just luck of the draw?
Sounds like an old wives' tale. I mean, the main point of the MMR system, as much as anything else, is just to keep you against teams where you have a 50-50 shot of winning in general. Now, of course, depending on the ranks, especially further up the ladder, you might get more lopsided matches just because of the skill differential. But I would say most of the ladder, it's pretty 50-50 either way.
Very interesting. Well, thank you for putting that to bed for me. I appreciate it. GB is going to send that down into the bubble, but Shepard's going to pick it up and send it back almost out of, it didn't quite make it out of their end, but now it does. And that's a nice clear all the way into the orange bubble. And Hyper's going to pick it up and make the clear back out into the tunnel area.
Also, just a quick note, if anyone was ever curious, I mean, most of the VRML system is just based on the ELO system, with some tweaks to it, but if you know ELO, and you can go look that up, it's heavily founded on the whole ELO format, so yeah. In any case, though, Hyper here with that quick clear, and I see Chad also impressed with the first round being taken by Curve, but yeah, 5-1 on the record, so even though they are technically the underdogs, so far they're showing that they have just as much bite in them against this Fireballs team.
Just as much bite, Palidore. They do, absolutely, as the underdogs. I'm slow this morning. I'm just catching your pun there. Nicely done. Sorry.
Well, thanks.
Okay.
Don't worry, you're not in the doghouse.
Oh, good. That's good. Throw me a bone, yeah?
Yeah,
okay,
exactly.
And that's going to bounce off the shield and go back to VR Zeta, who's going to send it all the way back down into the blue bubble. Will they get there in time? Oh, no. Shepard makes the slap and sends it out to Essex, who is going to attempt to make the clear. There we go. Makes the clear through tunnel. Nice stack coming in from Curved, and they are going to make the shot. It's not quite going to get there. They're going to maintain possession of the disc, though.
I'm trying to back it out to that stack a little bit haphazard, as they will struggle to actually get the wrangles around it, as Hyper now wrangles a disc, but taken back by Essex deep into the midfield, into the bubble rather, as it's taken by Jungle Scott. Has some teammates forming around that bubble, a few different options. There it is, but a good dive and a stun coming out from the goalkeepers. Great defense from Fireballs to send it back midfield.
And they're going to continue to pass that disc down. Zeta's got it and sends it towards the goal for the long bounce 3-point shot there. And that is going to put Fireballs on the board first here in round 2. That one took a few minutes.
It did, but after all of the chaotic play and some good defense as well, we saw from Fireballs there on a couple dives, they were able to really punish fast once it was cleared back into the blue zone again.
All right, Phantom Refraction's going to send that down. Oh, a missed grab there by Orange. And who's going to grab it? There we go. All right, a slap out by Zeta to get it back out of there, but Phantom's there to pick it up again. Sends it over to Essex. Essex going towards the goal, gets stunned. And it's a nice clear by Fireballs.
And we'll open up maybe the fiery shot, and they are flaming hot for the 6th point. That's 2 straight threes, and making it look easy here. A quick score following up that last set.
Wow. Okay, well, round 1 was very back and forth, and Curved ended up taking it. Round 2 so far is a lot slower as far as points go, but Fireballs is definitely, they found their mojo there during that break.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it seems like the running theme, at least for the first 2 goals on Fireball's behalf, was just the fact that once they did get those clears, they were good on stacking into a punish before the defense could recover. So that's something you got to watch out for if you're the curve players, is because here it is again, right? A quick clear into the blue. The last 2 scores came quickly after. Now, had there not been an overshoot from GB there, that may have been another open goal conceded. So something that they need to address, I think, for Curved.
Absolutely. Hyper's going to grab that, though, and sends it up the arena, but there's nobody there to grab it, and Curved is going to come in really quick with that stack to get it back out of there.
We'll bounce a few times, though, into the tunnel. Phantom slinging it away, but right into an interception by VR, but back into the midfield as well. Another collection. They stack split off. A good tap boost from Phantom, able to secure the disc, and meanwhile some stuns on Pyro and co. But again losing it, and again a fling into the bubble. Here comes the open goal again. That makes 3 in a row that have been scored much like that off these clears, these boosts, and the points.
Halfway through round 2, and we do not have Curved on the board yet, but there's still 5 minutes, so it's up in the air. Fireball's doing a really good job of being really aggressive here in this round. Putting 8 points on the board already. Nicely done.
Yeah, for sure. It's great for anytime a team who just loses a round can come out the next round starting off like this. You know, a new round, new team, new rhythm to the game, and they've just been doing a great job defensively, and more importantly, turning the defense into offense once they get on this side of the floor. That's as key as anything.
And their stacks are so fast. And I mean, they should be right at this level. Nice job again by Hyper. They are pounding it this round.
Yeah, they are.
Absolutely.
They are just running along, kind of running away with this match, it seems like, at least the second round, because 11 uncontested points is already strong in its own right. And this is coming after round 1 where they scored 11 points across the entire round. But we've still got 4.5 minutes left, and they've already met their totals. Meanwhile, this Curve team who scored 16 in round 1, a donut so far, which is delicious, just not if you're blue team right now.
Well, I'm sure they will come back, and then we've taken a pause. Somebody's taken a pause. So maybe they're taking a moment to collect themselves and come back out strong.
Yeah, maybe. My only concern is if it's a little bit too little too late. Now, mathematically, it's not. 4 minutes, 24 seconds, if one team can score in about half the round, 11 points. Obviously, Curved have shown that they can do something very similar, but you know, to be 11 points in the down and then take the timeout, where I think once they had 3 goals in a row, I mean, once it was that 6 to 9 point deficit, you know, that was probably the time to take it. But that said, we'll see if they can make the most out of this time and make a potential comeback. Otherwise, we will be facing a 3rd round after this one.
Now, I found the mental game to be just as important, if not more so, than the physical game in Echo. Do you feel that same? I mean, you're at a much higher level of play than I am. Is it the same way? The higher you get, the more mentally challenging it gets? Or do you just kind of get into a flow?
I think so, for sure. I think so. Remember a quote from Oculus Sater in VRML Twitch chat, like from late last season. He was just saying, like, he ended up winning a championship there in Season 4 with New York Kings, but and then making it to the NEPA finals in the Pro Series. But he was saying, man, Bronze and Silver, that was a lot more fun than Master because you can just kind of enjoy the ride and the journey and the climb. But then once you're there, everything is just so much tougher. That said, timeout expended now, and here we go. Psych, also, I agree. Smart pause. I'm just saying that it could have been a smarter pause like 2 minutes ago.
A few minutes ago.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I agree. Oh, all right. Nice passing here by Curved. They have definitely had a conversation during that pause, but GB is going to make the grab and looking for the clear and sends it back all the way through the tunnel. And they dribble down to get it.
And get it they will. Whirling, whirling, not converting. What a save. Jungle Scott right through the jungle of offenders and seeing if they can get some offense of their own as the stacks recover. There's Shepard and Phantom splitting off. Hyper trying to contest. Great pass to Phantom, and Phantom Refraction looking for just a slice of a pass, but not nice was that island getting in the way. Who put that there? Back into the trap, picked off again. Offense for Curve still trying to get going.
Jungle's going to send it down to Phantom at the floor down there, and he's hanging out at boot. Oh my goodness, a nicely timed stun there by the fireballs in order to make that grab and clear it back out. Doesn't quite make it out of the midfield, but it does now all the way through. And Blue's going to be there to grab it. Curved is going to pick that up. Phantom Refraction sending it back down through the tunnel, but it's intercepted by GB. Whoa. And it bounces off Nest. Nest. Oh, Nest.
Yeah, put too many eggs in that basket or that nest, I guess. But another nest pass it goes, and well, let's see. No, it's a stun. Phantom able to cause some Phantom pain, but can they get the disc back is the question, because they are still scoreless after nearly 8 minutes of action.
We've been corrected in the Twitch chat. We're calling him Jungle. It's DJ Uncle Scott.
Oh, I thought
like
never mind. I thought it was just a reference to Drunk Uncle, Drunkle. Just without the R.
Who knows?
Hence the Drunkle Ted reference earlier on.
Oh my goodness, and Curved is picking it up. They are looking to get on the board here, and will they do it? Yes, they will. A nice 2-point shot there that at least puts them on the board. Might be a little too late, but we shall see.
We shall. 2 points is still good to see for them, if nothing else, because what Psych mentioned in the chat earlier on about going into the next round the right way, of course. You really don't want to spend an entire 10 minutes completely scoreless. That's really going to put you in a bad way going to the next round with a no flow whatsoever. So I'd still love to see some late goals here from Curved.
Oh, and they might right here have another one. Yes, they do. Phantom makes another one, a 3-point shot there, and that gives them just a 6-point game.
Yeah, big hits, but again, too little, too late. Maybe. We'll see. If they can make another turnover, cause another turnover very quickly off this joust, this will get very interesting very fast. But fast is the key here.
GB really takes the time there on those quarterbacks to just pause for a second and look for the play, which is nice. A lot of times it's just rushed. But they weren't really getting any pressure from Curved either, so they had the time to spare. And that's going to be... I have no idea who. I can't see his name. GB has the disc now, sends it across the arena to Pyro. Pyro looking for the pass, and it's going to be right there on the ground, but it dings off the bottom of shield.
Nice save, though, from S6. Only 33 seconds left, though, so again, that precious time is basically gone here. Trying to burst down the floor, nonetheless, for maybe another quick bomb from the long range, but unable to find it as it dings outside. And indeed, the round 3 will be coming here soon. The question is, what will the final score be as another snag from Pyro there gets it to the midfield.
Pyro has some quick hands. That was a very nice grab there. I thought maybe Curved was going to get one more in. They might still. Will they shoot it? Yes, they will.
That was a nice move coming in from S6. Really a great way to get you feeling at least a little bit better here for Curved. And yeah, in the last 2 minutes, that's when they scored all 8 of their points. So that's pretty key, actually, because now it's almost as if Curved, despite losing round 2, they may actually have more momentum here going into the 3rd round.
Right, and momentum is definitely... It makes you wonder, did the Fireballs... did they get overly confident being that far ahead, thinking they had it in the bag? Or did Curve just have something to prove and decided during that pause there to bring it.
Yeah, I think the pause. I'm not sure if the pause helped or not at the time, because it still took a few extra minutes for them to score their first goal after that. But, you know, if nothing else, I would now consider, again, the production side of me really doesn't want to say this, just for scheduling purposes, but the player and the practical side of me says, you know, if I were Fireballs right now, I would almost consider taking a few minutes here, waste some clock, talk it over, and just prevent Curve from going into round 3 feeling, you know, super confident. So let's see if they do that, because they are.
See if they can break that, yeah.
Okay, looks like they won't, because I was eyeing down in the arena right now, and there were a couple of Fireballs players like hovering around that stanchion, but looks like we're going to the 3rd round after all, so here it goes.
There it goes. So I've been noticing, you had made a comment a few weeks ago about who hits the disc first and then who maintains possession, and the majority of the time I notice it does change hands from who hits it first as to who maintains possession of it.
Yeah, I think that was a discussion. I think that was Dimwee in particular who noticed that, but we were both discussing it at the time. And yeah, it's kind of a thing for sure. I don't know percentages. I'm kind of curious if someone keeps track of it. That said, tracking the disc nicely was Scott. Whether Drunkle or just DJ Uncle. Point is, they got it to go.
He's Scott now.
He's Scott. Great Scott.
Well, it looks like Curved did get their groove back there in the end of that 2nd round, and they've not even a minute in and they've already scored, and it took them 8 in the last round to get something on the board. So interesting. Hyper gonna send it across, and Zeta picks it up and sends it over to Pyro, but loses possession by a stun. Scott's gonna pick it up and send it back down, but GB is there to grab it and sends it back down the arena, bouncing off Geos.
And Scott takes it away, but has it taken away by VR Zeta. Hyper on the cut, but they'll opt for a back pass instead as Hyper goes to bother the goalie and actually opts for the nest instead. A lot of aggressive defense now. 3 players for Blue outside that bubble. Meanwhile, pushing in from the cross. A hooked pass, however, will result in the takeaway from Essex and a clear perfectly through that tunnel to maybe set up a 3-point shot. And no, careens off that top angle. Hyper a self-pass. Before looking for that clear.
I thought that 3-pointer was going in on my side, Palidore. If I could have willed it in for them, I would have. Zeta makes the clear, sends it all the way back down the arena and almost into bubble, and picks it up again. But Shepard is there. I think that was Shepard. I'm not sure. Picks it up and sends it back down through the tunnel. And Shepard's trying, but Zeta picks it up.
And quickly on that approach, 2 in the bubble for each team. Will be another clear that may just turn. Yes, indeed. Watch them burn. 5 points. Curved.
Less than 2.5 minutes in. There we go. I was going to say somebody take a... Okay, so that was a wise use of a pause. Oh. Shepard has bounced over to find out what's going on, maybe. 5 points on the board. 2.5 minutes in. Pause there was smartly played. Absolutely.
Yeah, so teams discussing something or other. What exactly that is, anyone's guess, but match definitely been a fun one. First round taken by Curved. Once more, it was 16-11 in round 1, favoring Curved, but then an explosion from Fireballs for most of round 2, where they scored 11 in about 6 minutes, or 5.5 minutes, I believe it was, when they scored the 11th point. But then, timeout, and then a minute or 2 after that, last 2 minutes of the game, 8 points uncontested scored by Curved to make that round end 11-8. Still favoring Fireballs. Now, as we make our way here in this round, we kind of talked about how that momentum was looking like despite the round 2 loss. That Curve actually had better momentum going to round 3, and so far we're seeing that play out here with the 5 points uncontested.
We are, and as we're looking in the arena, I'm looking at the arena, they're out there practicing their stacks right now, and they are crazy fast on these stacks.
And it's a good look, too. Good job to keep that blood flowing and warmed up. because one of the purposes, of course, of a timeout oftentimes is to freeze a team and just cool off a team who's been shooting hot or getting off to a good start like Curved has here. But what you do to kind of react against that, well, you just keep the blood flowing, keep stacking, or just moving around in your play space so that you can not get totally ice and then come out the gates of the timeout still feeling at least somewhat in a groove, ideally anyways.
Slight overshot there by Blue, but Phantom is able to pick it up, sends it across the arena to Essex. Essex waiting, taking the time. Now everybody is in the bubble though, and they lose possession.
Yeah, throwing in some head fakes there, maybe one too many, but they'll still get the disc, so no harm, no foul, as they draw into the goal for a quick shielded 2 attempt, but bounces out again. Fortunately, some good positioning here, just keeps buying the rebounds over and over, and now a back pass, which I quite like after some chaotic play.
Absolutely, I do love it when teams take the time. I always forget, nice slam dunk there by Essex. Give them a 7-point lead. I always forget to slow it down and to pass it back out. My brain it goes into full defense mode, and when you're trying as the offense to get that reset there and to space it out, it's wise. It's wise.
Yeah, it's one of those aspects of Echo Arena that are very important, but also difficult to learn at first if it's not something that you're used to. Because it isn't really the natural inclination, right? To feel like you can or should back it out. Everyone, when they come into the game, you want to score. You want to get as many points on the board as possible. But big difference getting into the higher divisions is learning that sometimes it's okay to back it out, because a victory by 1 point is just as good as a victory by 10, at least as far as records are concerned.
Right. A win is a win.
Exactly.
Oh, a little overshot there by Fireballs, trying to get the stack back to that disc. Shepard with the disc again, though, sending it back. Goodness gracious, it's like ping pong right now.
Really is. But Fireball's really in a mode where they need to score here soon. They've expended the timeout, obviously, so they don't have any more time to discuss this over once again. They just need to start acting rather quickly as Zeta moves in for the goal, tries to pocket it, but out of pocket and off the back as well. Unfortunately, the 2 attempts denied, but they will still secure a rebound and have some opportunities with one more drive, maybe from Zeta, and it gets the goal to go. 3 times, that was indeed the charm.
Okay, so we just have 5 points. 5-point difference now, 5 minutes left in round 3. This is the round that counts. I mean, they all count, but this is the one that decides, right? This is it.
This is the mathematical round.
This is the math round, absolutely. Shepard with the disc there, taking the time. Nobody's putting any pressure. Fireballs are hanging back. There they come now. Nice play by Curved for sure, and they're going to continue those passes. Taking their time, really slowing down the match. Oh, but it did not work out in their favor as they lose possession right there. And Fireballs are looking to come in hot, and they do.
Wow. Oh, Pyro able to just barely, and I mean barely, squeeze that disc through. Not only in the pocket, but even through the defense who had dived. It was a good dive. I mean, goalkeeper was right there to contest it, but right through the fingertips, essentially, left the open goal.
They stayed very calm. That was like the most calm play I've seen in a while. Nicely done by Curved. Shepard with the disc, moving back down, passes down to Essex, but loses possession, and Pyro makes the clear. Not going to quite make it out of the tunnel. Hyper's there to pick it up, loses possession again. Just the changing of hands is insane. Zeta makes the shot, and it's going to ding off the bottom of the goal. Pyro's going to be there. What's going to happen? Oh,
goal attempt there to the wedge. Well, they can't either. They dinged it there, but they're going to go for another attempt, perhaps, as it does send into the bottom of the bubble. Picked off by VR. No, it says we are the defense, and we're not going to allow that through, at least not this time. 7-4. Every single one of these points, and saves for that matter, are so crucial to the outcome of this round. And so far, I mean, we're seeing some sturdy defense now being played by Curved to really cause some trouble and maybe get them an open goal on the other end. There it is.
Nice play. That stack was really quick coming in there with Shepard, and I think it was Uncle Scott came in with him, but that was quick. Nicely done on the open goal there. Gives them still a 5-point lead. It's still anybody's game. Jungle. I like Junkle better.
Oh, meh. Junkle's got meh. Didn't even realize that part.
Oh, it is a meh. Oh my goodness. I didn't know that was a thing. When did that become a thing? Meh.
You know, I'm not sure. But ever since Redshift and meeting Queen Cap, now I'm seeing mehs everywhere.
Everywhere.
That said, that shot is everywhere, and oh no, the save and throwing up his arms in the air. Essex not happy that went through.
3 points left. 2 minutes left. 3 points. 1 goal. Wow. The start of this match, the start of this round, this third round, I didn't expect Fireballs to be able to come back, and they are.
It's been a stellar game. Kind of a tale of different rounds, really, because round 1 was basically 1 goal for the other. It was high scoring, but both teams were staying within 1 goal of each other for nearly the entire match up until like the last minute or so. Round 2 started out as a blowout for Fireballs, then a comeback as Fireballs do come back for another goal to bring it closer. Then this third round, some miniature runs by both teams. It's basically a mishmash of rounds 1 and 2 into a beautiful round 3 that is anyone's match with a minute remaining after this joust, a little bit over that.
Wow, and Glass there in the Twitch chat saying this is a great game. Absolutely, it is, Sea Shocker. It's such a close game. Oh my goodness. I love games like this. These are absolutely my favorite. Shepard's going to send it down to Phantom. Phantom's going to cross it, but it doesn't quite connect, and the disc is just floating. There we go. Essex going to make attempted clear, but Theta picks it up.
Whoa.
Oh.
That would have been a tremendous shot. Asa might have another shot here. The time is starting to wind to 45 seconds remaining, down by 1 point. A chance at a lead, but no denied by Scott again here with a defense playing down the floor with the stacks, quickly grabbing, tapping on over. Defense all out of bubble minus the goalkeeper. Some stuns coming in from Essex and Co. It's going to result in another takeaway, and down the floor it goes. A very, very a tenuous lead. 1 point advantage here for Curved as they lose the disc again.
Oh my goodness. And that's going to be a clear to... just trying to get rid of the disc, I guess. Nice stack coming in.
Oh my God.
Goodness.
They just won the game off of that 11-9, favoring the Fireballs.
Holy cow. Oh my goodness. When I saw it was a pass, but nobody was there, my brain's thinking, okay, they're just trying to get rid of the disc at this point. And then they came in with that stack and grabbed it, and that was a done deal. That was crazy impressive. Well done, Fireballs.
Well done, Fireballs. What a way to end it off, the turnover into the most punishing of goals. Incredible shot by Hyper, and no doubt they are hyped in their comms, I can only imagine. Round 3 and series in the book. And the Overdogs, in this case, have won it. Barely. But what a match.
That was a great match, indeed. Oh my goodness, that was fire. Sorry, Palidore.
I don't want to finish the second part of that because it's out of context. Anyways, it was fire. But
it was lit.
Fireballs won here. Looking like the scores. Let's see. 11-9. There we go. There's your third round scores. That said, we do have our master match on the way next. So going to make our way to it, hopefully. So stay tuned. We'll be right back and with your match between the Arena Wolves and Typhon. All right, hello everybody. Welcome back to VR Master League Channel 1. So we've got a master match, hopefully about to start here soon, although you might notice the absence of one player. So I'm not sure if we're waiting on a sub or not, but we do have Typhon versus the Arena Wolves scheduled to get going, hopefully shortly. But until that does happen, welcome back to the stream. I'm Palidore, being joined by Athena Storm here.
Good afternoon. How are ya?
Maybe I can't find you on the webcams, but you're here. She's here. Trust me.
I'm here.
Let me see.
Go anywhere.
There you are. I got you.
There we go. Hello. How are ya?
Good, good. I'm trying to get updates here. It looks like from Typhon's captain. So looks like they're using a tech timeout to sort out a league sub situation. Apparently, so they had their fourth player. Looks like. But may have been a late Wi-Fi issue or something. So that's the situation we're currently dealing with. This is our second of 2 streams, so we don't have anywhere else directly after to be. So we'll follow it for now. That said, Twitch chat asking the polls. All right, I'll put them up here. 5 minutes. Just keep in mind, I'm not sure what the rosters are going to look like, or if it's going to be a 3v4 or what exactly. So, you know. Use advisory when betting, is all I'm saying.
We're not responsible for the actions that you
Exactly, exactly.
Okay, so take a moment to teach me something real quick, Palidore, because I'm sure I'm not the only one that has this question. When you pull up these 2 teams for the Master Division,
one of these days you're going to ask me a question I can't answer. But go ahead.
You have the season ranks. I mean, the season, 0 to 2 or 4 to 2 standings. And then you have the master cycle, which is a little different for Typhon. So why is that? Like the record for master for Typhon is 3-2, whereas the seasonal record for Typhon is 4-2.
You've asked me a question I can't answer.
Oh. I didn't mean to stump you.
I'm kind of confused what you're asking, actually, but...
Okay, if you go to their team, on the team page, and you look at the stats for the season...
Sure.
Not the team stats, the overall, the record. There's 2 different records listed. There's a season record and a master cycle record.
Right.
Well, what's the difference?
Shouldn't be a difference. No, I'm trying to look at it manually. It might just be a website glitch, but if you have any other questions I could answer, let me know. As we continue to expose attempt to expose the flaws of our systems here today, Athena.
No, I just wondered if I was missing something. Like maybe they played a team that wasn't in the Master Division, and maybe that was the difference, or maybe I don't know. I was just curious.
Yeah, I'm not sure, honestly. But I have the records or the standings here for you. If you can see, anyways, and that's about as best as I can give you. But for Blast is on the top there with 4 wins and no losses, and all the way at the bottom there is Reverb currently with the Arena Wolves. But as I always say, for teams here at the bottom of Master Division, as we see every season, one of the most important things to note is you're still talking about the top 1% of Echo Arena. So the win-losses in general are very deceiving at Master Tier because you're just putting up the top 1% against the top 1%, especially when you're talking about like 10 seeds. Or 9, 10 seeds versus like the number 1 seed, for instance, right? Oh, you know what? On that note, I think, hold on. Slight Chaotic actually in the Twitch chat may be clarifying. Stack and Wax and went bye-bye. Oh, yeah, so that might explain it. One of the Master teams had dropped out of Master, I believe. So that could be the deal.
Okay, so that makes sense then, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because typically those numbers would be the same. Because like for the Arena Wolves, they are the same. They're 0 and 2 for both. I was just curious.
Yeah. Well, in that case, curiosity answered. Thanks to Psych. I'll say I kind of knew that, but I also didn't. That makes more sense. Like I knew there was a team who dropped out of Master, but it didn't really occur to me how that would unfold on the ranks. Makes some sense there. But on the North American side, let's see. We've got Instinct there at the top, currently 5-0. The reigning defending champions of North America from last season, of course known as the New York Kings in Season 4, but now known as Instinct. Same roster, though, as last season, and Instinct returning team by name, for that matter, from all the way in preseason of VRML 2 years ago. Anyone who missed, by the way, that awesome match between Instinct and Ignite, that finals, the championship rematch we had on Venues just a few days ago. I know it's early, and that's our first Venues show of the season for North America, but that's probably going to end up being one of the best matches to watch all season long. It was a really great one.
It was, and you know what I really liked about that game was not even just the outcome was breathtaking and the match was incredible, but it gives hope. And I know that sounds really strange, but you know, when you play against somebody as good as Ignite and as incredible as they are, but they always win. So you always feel like nobody's ever going to topple them. So then when somebody comes along and, you know, it just shows hard work. Hard work can get you there, and that's a reason to keep going. And I think that maybe inspires some of the lower level teams, and you know, to not give up, to not ever give up, even though you're against somebody that you may have lost to multiple times. Keep going and keep working really hard to get there, and so it inspired hope. So it wasn't just about the match; it was so much bigger than that.
Yeah, well, I remember after the match, I saw on one of the discords there, Strembitsky from Instinct, just noting how that's also one of the first big like comeback wins that they've had on stream here against, you know, a team like Ignite. Strem has been, you know, close many times in matches like that. He's been like personally a part of so many of my favorite matches across VRML history. But yeah, able to finally get that, not only the championship win in Season 4, but then start out Season 5 against a full Ignite roster, just as strong as ever, and showing exactly why they won. In rounds 1 and 2, there were, you know, there's chatter going on in Twitch chat, for instance, about the whole asterisk thing and having full roster making a big difference, which, you know, sure it does, but I think if nothing else, it's been proven here across every single region. I mean, I have the OCE ladder pulled up right now. You note that the Leviathan team, defending champions, they have a loss in there, you know? Over on Europe, kind of the same thing. Granted, Team Gravity has had a big roster shakeup, but you know, we're seeing these teams who are not used to losing very often at all. They're dropping games here in the first couple of weeks. That's just because people are getting better.
Right, which is great. And there's new people. I keep seeing new names pop up constantly. So, yeah, you know, and they're moving through the ranks, and I don't know. It's exciting. It's an exciting time for growth for Echo and for VRML. So, when will we see a rematch of that? That like the end of the season? Is that
potentially a couple weeks, next cycle. Nice. Yeah, 3 cycle season here, each cycle lasting 4 weeks this time around. The break week thrown in there on the 5th, and then the Challenger Cup and the Elite Cup and whatnot. The Macarena being disrupted there at the midfield as everyone waves at the streams. But yeah, 3 cycle season. Sorry, I got distracted by the dancing. 3 cycle season, 4 weeks apiece, and each cycle, the Master Tier, they all play each other throughout those weeks, including one flex match where it can be any time during those 4-week periods.
Oh.
But yeah, so that's cool. how the format works this time around.
Cool, because it's different for the master players versus the ladder teams.
Mm-hmm.
It's always interesting because you don't know until you know. You know that you don't know until you know that you didn't know.
Right. I know. I think.
I think so too. I'm not sure.
But in any case, for this match, it looks like, well, no extra word yet. I know that the like tech timeout to be sorting out Wi-Fi, whatever, and getting a sub. They would have, I guess, an upwards of 7 more minutes left, if I'm correct on that. But so we'll see. You know, if it doesn't get going by the top of the hour, we'll probably have to cut this stream unless they do happen to start. But otherwise, your guess is as good as mine, chat. I'm not sure.
Psychotic said, but how do I know if I don't know? You don't know. That's the thing. You don't know that you didn't know until you know that you didn't know.
I agree. Well, let's see here. So for the Arena Wolves, now finding themselves in Master Division after the Qualifier Cups to begin this season. This is a team who's came back from a couple seasons of history already. They started off in Season 3. Now, granted, they've had a very large amount of rostered players in these last 3 seasons, so it hasn't always been the same roster, but they have been a constant here in Europe. Last season, they finished 15-6 for the Arena Wolves, so a really strong record there, just outside of Master in the ladder. And that was following Season 3, their first season as a team, where they were 8-10. So each season's just been getting better and better. Now they find themselves here in Master Division, where competition is tougher than ever. It'll be tough, but point is, they're here still for a reason, because they have improved so much on that ladder to claim their rights to be the top 1% again.
And impressive. That's the reason they're at the top. It's hard to get to the top, but it's harder to stay at the top. So How long does it take if a team's doing really poorly in that master group, if they're just not getting there? How long does it take for them to drop back out of that? Like,
potentially at the end of the cycle there. Challenger Cups once per cycle. You have the Challenger Cup, so it's the bottom couple seeds of Master Division facing off against the top seeds of Diamond Division, and the top 2 records from that cup are the winners.
They're questioning in the Twitch chat if I'm just very, very still. By the way, I think I froze on stream.
You're back, I think.
I'm back. I can't sit that still, y'all. Ever.
Challenge accepted.
Right.
Could you tell? I don't think you guys can tell. But yeah, as of now, I don't. Let's see. We have 5 more minutes left. So again, we'll stick with it until there's nothing left to stick with, I guess. Which is to say, top of the hour. Otherwise, just hanging out, I guess.
Hanging out. So, what team are you on this season, Palidore?
The Team VRML. That's it.
Just Team VRML. Oh,
Team
you came out of
VRML.
retirement and then you retired.
Well, I can't play in VRML in my role as the thing, so that's why.
That's
yeah.
true.
So it's nice. It's like off season of VRML. I get to be a player and then back into the casting in and board end of things on VRML during the season. So it's year-round Echo, just different types of Echo,
Did you enjoy playing out of retirement as much as you thought you would, or how did you feel about that?
Yeah, I mean,
that was exciting. That was so exciting to see you come back into the arena.
Yeah, it was great. I never, I never fell out of love with the game or playing it. I just fell in love with other parts about the Echo Arena that took my attention away. Which is to say, I gave it my attention. Didn't take attention away. But I wanted to help grow the competitive scene from the overarching point of view, as what I was always saying at the time. Like, I had a choice to go play as part of a team and just be, just me and on a team benefiting my other 3 teammates or whatever, but the option was to go be a caster and go do other things, with the VRML at that level, and then I can benefit all the teams instead of just one, and hey, 2 years later, we've gone from just a few dozen teams to almost 500. So I think it worked out quite nicely.
Incredible. Yeah, and we love having you everywhere. So everybody knows and loves the Palidore name. So kudos. You've done great things for the community.
I appreciate it. I think some master teams may be a little upset for my cancellations last week, but other than that,
happens.
Other than that, but yeah. Hey, Lil Guipo, by the way, in the Twitch chat. I did pun your name finally in your cast the other day. I know you said it's been like 2 seasons or whatever, and I haven't made a pun out of your name. I did it. I don't know if you caught it, but I did it. 3 seasons. There you go. It's really been that long. Pallidore's getting old, folks. Losing track of time. Now the trick is, next time I cast you, to come up with a different one. Challenge accepted, though. I will. Praise Pikachu asking, how long does caster training normally take? It kind of depends on the caster. I mean, as far as the onboarding process, tend to pick up new casters in waves, sort of. So it's not just one here, one there. It's usually a group here, then a month or two later, maybe another group there. As far as the actual training process, like I said, it'll vary. We do these. Are we starting? Well, just to finish a thought before we potentially do, we do kind of a whole training session to get people integrated with all like the rules and the expectations, stuff like that, and that's all done in like 1 or 2 meetings. And then from there, casters are allowed to come on to streams with production leads and get their bearings and kind of work their way into just being independent caster in that sense. So anywhere from I guess a week to a few weeks, perhaps, as we do get started here on the first round. So thank you guys for joining, and first goal going in. Here we go.
Well, so Typhon had a bit of an advantage while the Arena Wolves were down there trying to find their 4th man or their sub. They've been warming up and they've been stacking through the arena and tossing the disc around a bit. So that was a wise use of time, and it showed right there just 30 seconds into the round to get that goal already.
And quickly down the floor, they might just have another one. Let's see it. It's in for the 4th point. And again, in quick succession, Jaxpy.
Wow. 2 goals, 1 minute in, 9 minutes left. Playing a man down, that's not an easy feat.
Definitely not. So unfortunately, yeah, for them that they could not get a player back, whether they're a player with the Wi-Fi issues or someone else. But whatever the case, we do have the round starting, and it's going to be an uphill battle. I have seen it happen where the 3-player team has won before. In fact, I saw it twice last season where that happened, believe it or not. But it's not usually the expectation, so it's an uphill battle, and that's a downhill shot. 7 points.
Wow, this might be a very fast round.
And let me just remind everyone in the chat there, I didn't put the disclaimer up. Bet at your own risk, right?
Well, we stated it. We stated couldn't be responsible. But, Jazz advantage going to... Goodness, the Arena Wolves. I lost their name there for a moment. And Legendary Dino has the disc there. Going to look for the cross. Sends it across to Wilfred. Sends it back down. A lot of passing going on here, but Sock is able to pick it up and send it back down the arena, and they're going to have another opportunity to score, and they do. 9-point lead, 2 minutes and 15 seconds into round 1.
And now I am a little confused too, because according to what I got in the Discord, I thought it was Legendary Dino here who was having the issues or something, but currently is in the game, but obviously they're still down a player, so I'm not quite sure what it was exactly that happened, but they are indeed still a man down, and kind of tough goings from here. Oh, the Legend, I see, so the different Legend. Thank you, Psych.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, Wilfred, with the goal there, answered back and decided that they are going to play this 3v4.
And first 2 points, that's a good score for them. Maybe it'll get them going here. But yeah, no goalie killing them, says Dysfunction. It's tough though too, because with 3 players, if you only have that lone stack out in the midfield, I mean, that's a tough situation. But really, there is no comfortable way to play 3v4. You just have to do it. I don't know how, but there's just no working a way around it. Being down, especially in Europe, where, well, hold on, because they might have a goal here. They do. But man,
wow.
they get the 2. But again, when it's such a fast-paced game as it is, it's really tough to have a single player just kind of roaming, alone without that other player to stack with.
Yeah, the stack makes a big difference, especially only being able to have the 1, like you said, and somebody gets left behind.
Hold on.
My goodness! We spoke too soon.
Maybe the 3. Oh, off it goes. Remember, I said that 2 times last season the 3v4 team had won on a stream match that I've casted. So it's not unheard of, it's just unexpected. That said, they are starting to feel a bit of a groove here, so I'm very intrigued. A nice shield coming in from Legendary Dino, and Dynamite Steal, though, from Jaxpy will send it to the midfield, where it still will be anyone's disc picked up and actually anchored out by Jax, who gets a nice snag, and now leading to looking like a goal, but no, overshoot by the stack.
And Sock's going to pick that up and sends it across to Lucid Knight, who's looking for the play, and it's good to Ando. Nicely done. And that's going to give them, stretch that lead a little bit further, but still anybody's game, and the Arena Wolves are not giving up.
Certainly not, and that's a very positive sign here for sure. We were talking about the whole mental game and such. I don't know, if anything else, on one hand, as a team, you might be frustrated going 3v4. On the other hand, it could be a good thing for the mentals in the sense that, well, we don't have the expectations to win this one now, so, you know, let's just go in and do what we can.
Yeah, and that takes a little bit of pressure off, and maybe you have a little bit more fun.
Whoa.
Oh my goodness, what a save there. I thought that we were about to get another goal.
Yeah, it was looking like a chance for it, but Andu's saying absolutely not. Will be Jaxpie from the bow tie, looking down the line for a pass and another cross, and the cross, that was hot cross, I guess, on that for the 13-4 lead. I want some pastries now. That was a great play.
I know, I was going to say, are there buns included there, or is it just hot cross?
Just hot cross buns. The only thing that I can play on the recorder.
Oh, goodness. You should practice.
Yeah, maybe. Well, some hot cross stuns coming out in the midfield, though, will buy a lot of time. That was actually really well done by the Arena Wolves. If they get a score here, that would be most impressive again. I love how they've actually played that with... They broke the stack quickly, but then they got their stack back to get into the front line. They need to do the same here as a zero-angle shot just about as missed and taken back by Jax.
And Typhon's going to take the time there. They slowed it down a little bit. They have the advantage, so... And they have the manpower, so they can slow it down. We've got 3 minutes left, 3.5 minutes left. Sock just going to send it up, but it doesn't land anywhere yet. Nice slap by Wilfred.
Also had the power of the Ant there, who are known as very strong animals. Well, Ant showing his instincts in the goal. Now, if they can get this turnover, which they do after the stun from Ant, pretty impressed here. Down the floor they go, but a pick-off and turning into maybe a 3 situation. No, just they rebounded 2 instead. I was even thinking maybe a headbutt potential, but 15-4. Misleading score, though, when you consider how Arena Wolves have performed being down a man. I'm pretty impressed.
Yeah, they're doing a great job. I didn't really know what to expect, if they would be trying to triple stack more or if they would be leaving a man behind to perma goal or what, but they're doing a great job of balancing that.
Well, they really are. They can. I mean, they've had a lot of opportunities. It's just there's been some good defense from the Typhon side where they have actually been able to get a save or two there. And we see some more lanes now developing on the bottom of the floor. Lucid, the quick maneuvers and the handoff, and look at that, hands down! Legendary Dino saves another. I love the defense we're seeing from both teams. Have both gotten some great saves. Unfortunately, no one there to save that as a 3 sails calmly in from Andu.
That was a beautiful shot. That was fantastic. 14-point lead, 2 minutes left on the clock. Oof. I like Psyche Alex just pointed out in the Twitch chat, if they will take the time to pause between the rounds and see if they can find a sub, that would be incredible, because I think having that 4th man, I mean, they're holding up well with just the 3 of them, but having that 4th man, we'd really have a crazy game.
Yeah, for sure. Don't disagree at all with you or Psychotic in the Twitch chat there, because you can see again why these teams are master. I mean, obviously the 20 points here coming in from Typhon can't take anything away. They are playing exactly how they have to play. Doesn't matter if they're up a man, down a man, whatever the case. You come in to play your hardest, and they are doing exactly what they need to do to secure the round 1 here victory. But just the same, Arena Wolves have not let up on the pedal, and they've had so many great looks and opportunities and have been playing super hard in their own right.
Jack's looking for the... Oh my goodness, Ant. I'm not sure which one of them actually got that got that save, but that was incredible effort there by the Arena Wolves. And it's going to pay off. They're able to clear that disc down, and will they get the shot? Yes, they will. The long 3-pointer there by Legendary.
What a hit. What a hit. 7 points, and that is no small feat, being 3v4, but a beautiful goal off of the midfield madness that was there for a moment. Will be the end of this round in the next 30 seconds, but Still, like I said, impressive.
Definitely impressive. 13-point difference. Will they get another one right here? Let's see. Yes. Oh my goodness. I'm so impressed. I'm very, very impressed with them right now.
Absolutely. But UK with a final goal, looks like indeed, for this first round. They'll take a 11-point loss there. Meanwhile, Typhon happy to get the strong 20. On the NEPA side, you know how I've always said the first to 40 wins. Usually on the VRML side, I always say first to 20 wins. So that is the case in this case. But we'll see what round 2 provides, or maybe if they do, as Psych noted, take a round timeout and see if they can get a sub or their roster player yet. That might be a totally different round if that's the case.
And you know what? They found some momentum. It might be a totally different round anyways. They found some momentum right there in the end of that round, and they
Sorry, getting a drink there. But yeah.
Oh, you're good.
There, we'll see. We'll see what the round provides. Why are my scores all broke again? Sorry about that. Clear for you. 20-9. But yeah, we'll see what happens there. As far as, let's see, other casts today, just to get an update on that. I know Retep was casting some on the other channel, although I believe he currently has a game. Looks like tonight we do have a master match already scheduled between Oceans and Instinct. That's in North America. So that's something to look forward to for sure. I'll be casted by Newton Dad and JG. And also Lightbulb versus Ace. That'll be same casting crew there right after. That starts at 10 Eastern tonight. No, sorry, 9 Eastern tonight. And right now, though, we've got the second round about to start. So we'll see. We'll see if it looks any different or not. Looking like they're just going to keep on playing with what they've got.
Well, we'll see if they can keep that momentum. Right now, though, they came in pretty hot there on the Typhon side, already to have points on the board there, just 10 seconds into the round.
Yeah, well done to score immediately for Andu. No time at all. One of those cases where the joust just worked out well in their favor.
It did.
Farsight quoting me. Was that something funny? I'm not sure I get it, but I'm glad you're praising it, I guess.
You got the hand clap. Or hands up, I guess.
All right, well, we'll see. The disc now getting loose in the midfield for a moment as Andu has it intercepted, though, at the midfield by Wilfred. Into the bubble it goes, where it's taken right back by Lucid. Sends it over to Andu, and a nice clear, but immediately that stack. That's one of the things I was liking from Arena Wolves is they'll break up a stack, or they'll get a good stun off, but they're still staying close enough to get a stack in their own right after. So they're staying mobile while still high APM, and oh my goodness, that is in for 3. Unfortunate. That stack had left the station wide open.
It did, unfortunately. You could kind of see that one coming, and they just sealed the deal with it. I mean, they just finished it. That was nice.
Still don't get it, Farsight in the chat. Is that like on your bingo card or something? Is that why? That is a phrase that I say from time to time, but...
If there's really not a Palidore bingo card, there should be.
I'm not sure I want to see that. It'll make me all self-conscious and I'll have to find new phrases. But that's okay.
Well, you can't know it's on it. That wouldn't be fair.
Well, I could assume.
Great save there by the Arena Wolves.
Whoa.
Again. Oh my goodness.
Some interesting moves there. Headbutt attempts, perhaps, as that goes deep down on the bottom corners. Floats off into Lucid's possession. Has the forward clear. Looks like so, instead opting for the stacks to maybe collect it. Jax does just that. Looking to pass it off to the bow tie as they all collapse into the goal. They have the numbers opportunity. Goalie diving out, but just passes it directly to Wilfred on the interception, and likewise intercepted by Andu. Up to Jax, anchored, and down it goes. 8 points.
Sounds like we have some people in the Twitch chat who are going to work on those bingo cards for you, Pally.
All right, well, I'll give you some ones to put on there.
Some treasures.
What the round provides is certainly one. Let's see, off and underway as we start rounds. I say that. Oh my goodness. Extra pass. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, here we go into the rest of this round as more brawls unfold in the orange side.
the Arena Wolves are making some. Oh, a missed shot there, missed pass. I was about to say they were making some great passes to each other, and then they missed one. It's bound to happen.
And bound for the disc is Ant But UK, but instead it's Lucid, and oh, just off. That would have been a nice hit, certainly from the tunnel. Ant, another collection, and Ant with some options. They have that stack ready to go. Will they be fast enough is a question. Yes, in fact. Ooh. Interesting. That stack got there fast, much faster than Orange, despite the fact that the blue stack had started from further behind. So they are putting on the regrabs like nothing, and they have an opportunity at some more offense with that pass delivered, and now the save. Lucid Knight, clear as day.
Nice save indeed, and a great clear, and they're going to be able to pick it up and keep possession of it, but Arena Wolves are coming in.
They are.
Quick onto defense.
And nice movement here from Sock over to Jackson. One extra pass. There it is. Bingo! 10 points.
Wow. So this is a slower round than round one, but I'm hoping that the Arena Wolves will find some of that groove that they found there and get a couple on the board would be nice.
Yeah, we saw them in the first round. They were able to get some, especially in the last minute. They got a couple of goals. And look at that. That might be one of the longest distance alley-oops I think I've seen just about. What a fortuitous bounce. That was delivered quite well to the anchored player. How about it?
That was great. I'm so glad they did that.
Yeah, fantastic.
Okay, we have an 8-point game.
Fantastic moves there coming in as Andu works it up the floor. Interception, saw that coming from a mile away. The shot is thrown from a mile away, maybe even a kilometer. Seeing if they can get there quickly, though. It's going to be tapped out the outer edge of the bubble where it's reached and snagged by the blue team, by the Arena Wolves. Mind escaped me for a minute, but don't you mind because they're going to find the pass to the cross, but unfortunately disc lost as it's Wilfred, the pickup. Wilfred has Ant right below and being contested very well. They're playing this so carefully despite all this defense, and finally a turnover is caused.
But it didn't quite make it out, and they are able to grab possession again, and then they lose it again. Stunning, man.
Up and down the floor, stunning, and now running for another goal. 12-2, they're up by double digits once again. I was still half expecting the headbutt, to be honest, but next time.
Maybe. If they heard you, maybe they would.
It's something you're seeing a lot more, at the very least in NA. There's several times I've seen it now happen in recent months, both in the last season of VRML and then throughout NEPA in the off season. I mean, like the likes of Sweet Tooth, Zach, of course, and that's it. An attack here coming in quickly, but slapped out by the defense of Arena Wolves. And midfielded some more with, yet again, brawl after brawl between these players in the pile.
Yeah, neither team's really given up. Great passing from both teams. That was a nice little gentle toss, but that's a great pass there, and it's going to be good for Sock. Giving them a 12-point lead.
Yeah, very well done to quickly and efficiently pass it right along the line for a one-on-one. Can't ask for anything better as an offensive player other than an open goal, but otherwise the one-on-ones are just about as good as anything. It gives you a lot of room to work with and kind of pick your shot, basically.
So out of the tube there, they were very, very, very fast to get rid of that disc, which I don't blame them because they have when you've got 2 double stacks coming at you and you have only 3 man, that's tough. So they did clear it really quick. They did lose possession of it, but it was a nice start to the play there.
And taken there by Lucid and right into the bottom pocket. Nicely done by Jack Spy.
They're not giving up though. They're still fighting. They're still putting forth the effort, and they're still giving it everything they have, and that's nice to see.
Yeah, with 2 minutes left, I mean, it's going to be a victory here for Typhon, but you know, Arena Wolves, they still have things to look forward to for sure, including next week. Still, we have 1 more week in the cycle. Potentially Challengers Cup, but I think that's one of the situations where, even though you don't necessarily want to be in those situations, I think it's still a good proving grounds for a lot of teams. There's a 3 sails in there for Lucid, but Because, this is a team who earned their way into Master through the qualifiers. And, even though it's been a kind of a rough goings for them to start off this season, I've seen the same thing happen in Europe last season as well as in North America in last season, where those teams from Master, they go into Challengers Cups and, well, then they kill it there. They kind of get a new breath, like a second wind of sorts, and just show why they're in Master in the first place. So, we'll see.
Nice. Yeah, they're here because they're here because they're here, right? They're here because they're some of the best players. So, and they're showing us that they are. It's unfortunate to be down a man. It just happens from time to time. That's life. And there's another shot, though. Hey, so somebody was asking for the mercy. No, the Arena Wolves are not going to let the mercy happen. Not just yet. They still have a minute left.
Yeah, nice work there, though, from Wilfred to finish the score. Also, Dino had a nice dusty on the defender before dishing off the pass to Wilfred. So a couple of great moves to buy them that opportunity at the goal as they launch out on defense now for Arena Wolves. Meanwhile, just treading the midfield before a quick ejection and leaving maybe this open goal potentially. Indeed, it's going to be Suck. Brings it in. Didn't have as much time as they thought potentially, but still gets the goal.
Yeah, I don't think he probably heard them coming in and yeah, finished that one up because he was taking his time and they came in pretty warm there.
And maybe one more goal in the last 25 seconds here. We'll see if Arena Wolves can do it. I want to see that alley-oop play again because that was pretty sick earlier on.
That was nice.
But although they do lose the disc, unfortunately, so Jax is going to send it way deep down, and that's just going to rebound off the sideline into another take by Jax, who gets taken aback by Wilfred in the stun. Tap pass over to Sock. Sock has Lucid. Beautiful chain of passes. One more. There it is. The finish with a flourish, and that is going to be the round. Game, set, match, for that matter. 23-4.
Well, they certainly fought hard, and they put forth the effort, and good job. And I would like to see these two teams, how they play actually with a four-man squad. That would be nice.
Yeah.
So I'll be eyeballing that in case anything happens. But that would be nice to see.
Yeah, and well done to Tyro again, because cannot take anything away from them. They had the man advantage, but they executed how they needed to do, exactly what they needed to do. Right? You can't. You can only control what you can control, and Typhon now, as in 2 consecutive rounds, scored 20 plus. They'll be feeling good, at least as good as they can be, in that case. And up ahead too, like I said, potential Challengers Cup matchup is a thing. So there's still a lot of import to be taken away from this match in itself, and even reviewing later, because this is not the last time necessarily that this team may find themselves against each other.
Right, absolutely not. And every game counts, right? Every point counts. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. But with that, I think that is it for our casting count today. They had 2 matches. Granted, this one got started extra late, but everyone who did bear with us there, appreciate that. And yeah, so I got you your points. And I think I took care of... Oh no, I missed the word sneak. Oh, my bad. I'll refund you. I'm not even gonna... I don't even know what that word means, so you kind of caught me there. But regardless, I think everything else is taken care of on that end. So, yeah, any final thoughts there, Athena, or shall we get going?
I think, do you want to mention the sponsors?
Yeah, go right on.
Oh, you. I don't know them yet.
The amount of times you've put me on the spot today, Athena. Nonetheless, thank you to
so
HyperX, Asterion Products, VR Cover, Pro 2 VR, and Rebuff Reality. There you go.
There you go.
Appreciate our sponsors here on stream, of course. Our moderators, our governors who've been working, I might note, extremely hard behind the scenes.
Yeah.
It's been pretty ridiculous lately with all this growth, nearly 500 teams. It's been pretty crazy. So shout out to them as well. Everyone in the Twitch chat, thank you for watching and joining, interacting, chatting, all that other good stuff. Again, join us later for more matches to be casted in North America. And yeah, that'll be it from us here on this end of things. So I've been Palidore. That's been Athena Storm. Everyone be happy, healthy, safe, and be good to each other. Or we're going to see you again real soon. VRML Echo Arena is brought to you by HyperX, Asterion Products, Border Foods, VR Cover, ProTube VR, Rebuff Reality, and VRware.net.